and welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while. It's 2025, so I wish you all the best for 2025. I'm sitting here today, a bit of a wreck. My whole house has got COVID. I've got COVID, my husband, my adult son that lives with us has COVID. His girlfriend has COVID, and another son of mine, adult son that lives in a different complete house, has COVID. We all have COVID. And yes, we all spent, I think it was like 24 hours together. So we're all in different phases of it. And I think today is Thursday, and my symptoms started on Saturday. So it's not the great way to start a new year. However, none of us appear to have anything life-threatening, so we will get through that. It's been a while since I've videotaped anything. I've had a very, very rough few months, and I'll just start by saying that I think it was Christmas Day. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I'd had a bit of a turn before Christmas Day, and I don't think I've told you about Christmas Day, so I'll quickly just say it again because I can't remember now whether I had another episode afterwards. So I'll just tell you about Christmas Day. In the course of 2 weeks around that time, before and Christmas Day, I had like a bit of a weird episodes. Oh yes, I had told you previously about the last one. And Christmas Day, we went to my son's girlfriend's home in the afternoon, and we'd never been there before. Lovely home, lovely lady. And I was there for probably 3 or 4 hours, and then decided I needed to go to the toilet. And I went to the toilet, and while I was sitting on the toilet, I come over, like, it was really weird. It was like a deja vu kind of moment. And when I finished and I stood up and I looked at the door, I didn't recognize the door. I'd only been sitting in there, for 10 minutes, and I thought that was really weird. And as I opened the door to come out, I was not standing in the same house that I had been moments before I entered the toilet. I walked back to the dining room and I sat down and I looked around me, and the people were all the same. The dog tied up the back was the same dog, but the whole surroundings were different, like an hallucination. It was just plain house. It was not turned into a fancy house by my imagination. It was just like where I was sitting, straight ahead of me, and there was a big double door, and I could see a caravan. And when I came back, the caravan was still there, but the surroundings, the door was different. If I turned to my left, there was a bench top with a tap coming out because it was a sink in the bench top. And the tap was different. I couldn't take my eyes off it. And I actually commented to my family that, like, this, I don't think I'm in the right place. And they, people don't really listen to you that much. And then I looked to my right, and I could see the dog tied up outside. It was a visitor's dog, so on allowed in house, which is fair. And there was a garden. It was under a veranda, and there was a garden. And the dog was the same dog, but everything surrounding it was different. And I was just about to we'd been there quite a few hours, and I was just about to say to my husband, I think we need to go home. And he said, I think it's time to go home. So that was really cool. But then going home in the cab, I can't even explain that. And I thought I was going to throw up. I was so disorientated. Went home, had a drink of water in case I hadn't drank enough water. I don't drink alcohol, so it wasn't anything to do with that. And then I went to bed, and when I woke up in the morning, I was fine. But it was so extraordinary. But I was having trouble coping because I don't know if I've said before, but I am surrounded by people with cancer, Parkinson's disease, different kinds of cancer, that POCD or whatever it's called, pulmonary, whatever. And they're all living maybe their last days. And it's very hard to cope with. I have not been coping. I've just recently lost 2 people. I am well known in my family for being able to find kind of missing people, if you understand that. Just for instance, my husband's 2 siblings were adopted out in the 1940s, and in the year 2000, the mum asked me if I could find them with very little information, no definite name of change of name when they were adopted, not where they were adopted, just I know where they were born. And I searched for 8 years, and I did finally find both the siblings. They were not adopted together. And so it's always been a joke that, if you've lost something, ask me to find it. And after searching for 8 years and reuniting them, I was bored because I hadn't nothing to do, because for 8 years in my spare time I'd done research and stuff. And so I did actually pick a couple of people out of some adoptees' Facebook pages, and and took on their search. And one, I found her birth mother and reunited them. That didn't go well, and I don't believe it. After a couple of years, it still was not going well. So I know it's been a lot of years now since I've contacted her, but I don't think that ended up. But that answered her questions, so that was good. But anyway, it's been a joke that if you've lost it. And then recently, some friends of mine, a family of friends of mine that I've had since I was 15, 38 years ago, they lost touch with their son and brother. And because of this joke, every time I get together, we always talk about the fella, and they always say, oh, you should take up that. And anyway, I thought, I don't have any time and I am bored, and yeah, I think I will. So I started the search for him, and I didn't really believe I had any hope to find him. But unfortunately, I think it was 4 weeks ago, I located his burial place. He had passed away in the year 2020, and he has only just now been buried because he had been kept. They're still in the throes of trying to find out, sort of why he obviously had no body, or we don't know. And so there's a lot of steps you have to take to prove identity, which is, how do you prove? They wanted pictures of you together. He's been gone 38 years. He left when he was 30 something, you know. But that hit me very hard. That hit me harder than I even expected, because I knew him as well. And I love the family, and I wanted to make them smile again. I didn't want to make them cry. But anyway, so that hit me hard, and my other friends dying hit me hard, and a family member's just been told that medically they've probably gone as far as they can to help one of my family members. It hit me so hard, and I haven't been coping, and I decided, because I'm on Facebook page, a great patients only page that I took a lot away from, but I just got that I can't listen to or read other people's. I'm not in that frame of mind, and I decided that I would leave the page. And it is a great page. It is well worth being on that page. Not for me, not right now. And I've basically withdrawn into just my family and my close friends. I've got to try to build up again, and that's not going to happen at the moment. I've got too many people too close to the end of the line, so I'm just going to look after myself. But I thought I'd just pop on here to tell you the updates, the latest with me, and nothing much else. I've been keeping to myself. I don't have the energy to really talk to anybody. I put something up now and again on Facebook, and I'm sorry for coughing. I've just got a very blocked up nose and bad throat. I hope you guys had a great Christmas. I hope it was uneventful as far as your health is concerned. I'm hoping that you're all going to do really well, and that 2025 is going to be a plus year for you all. I want to thank everybody from the group that I was in, especially Sharon. You are amazing, and I'm not going to lose contact with you, but I just need to be me in my own space right now, and I just don't have energy for anything else. Let me say anything else. My legs are great. My hip is great. So far, I've been having blood tests very often for blood tests, urine tests, to keep an eye on my kidney, because the vasculitis that has attacked my legs is known to hurt you, upset your kidneys, infect your kidneys, ruin your kidneys. I can't quite think of the right word. So I've got to continue to have blood and urine tests for every 3 months for 2 years, and hopefully everything will be fine. So that was good. So it's only really my mental health, and I'm not in a place where I'm thinking of doing myself in, so don't have to worry about that. I've got a lot of support around me, but it's really, it's not been about me. It's not I'm not really worried about me. I just have never been in a situation where I've had so many people. And I recently spoke to a friend on Facebook. Just when was it? I think it was the end of November. I can't, I think it was November. And she died 25 days after she was diagnosed with cancer. She did have other medical health issues, but like 25 days, I read, and I read that she wasn't doing so well, but she didn't say nothing on Facebook or nothing to me about that she'd been diagnosed. All she put up really was, if anyone wants to come and visit, can you please phone first? She's very tired, and I know with her other medical issues, and over the Christmas period and New Year's, because I don't see a lot, the people I'm friends with, I don't see a lot of their actual posts. I have to go looking into everybody's Facebook page if I want to see what they've been up to. And it just slipped by. And mind you, nothing was put up. Only that thing about her not feeling well enough to just have unexpected visitors. And then I did send her a message, and I said, looks like you're not feeling too well. Just hope that 2025, you pick up and it's a good year for you. And I didn't get an answer. And it wasn't strange because, not everybody answers your messages as quick as what you would want them to. And then I checked back. They didn't even, actually, the family didn't even put up on anything on the Facebook page, not even about that she passed away, that there was a funeral that you could either go to or you could link into. And I went on her page, I don't know, a week after she was buried, that I didn't know about. And I was shocked to see that. And I contacted the daughter, and I just said, am I reading right? She's like, yeah, it was such a shock. She was here one day and she was gone the next. So, nothing brings your immortality back as much as losing somebody. And, I'm just not coping with the people I love being in bad shape. So, yeah. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. Thank you for still being with me. Thank you for subscribing. Nothing's really happening for me I don't want to just put nothing up on Facebook. You know what I mean? Not nothing. I don't want to put anything on Facebook that's kind of not really relating to me or my health, so, which is good. No news is good news, right? Anyway, once again, start of a new year, deep breath, be strong, have faith. And I'm not talking about faith that you're going to survive, because, if you've got C.A.A., no cure, I guess the chances of survival. And what is survival? Is survival being alive for another 5 years, or is it being alive 15 years? I mean, I'm already on the upper end anyway. I'm going to be 70 this year. And, what is survival? And, even if I don't die from this or the consequences of C.A.A., I've got other things now. I've got an autoimmune bloody disease that could wreck my kidneys. I mean, I have a friend who has got Parkinson's, and she was trying to cope with, she's a widow, few years a widow. She's got a sister who's, I think, 3 or 4 or 5 years older than her, and she's 71 this year, who's had Parkinson's for a lot of years, and she has seen what she's gone through, how she's had to be looked after, and that's been hard for my friend to cope with. And then just before Christmas, she got out of hospital Christmas Eve. She went in because they had found a tumor on her bowel, so she had to have part of her bowel removed. Cancer of the bowel. And then she had a decision to make whether she wanted chemo or she didn't. Now, for a lot of people, that would be a no-brainer, but she's just seen what her whole life is going to end up like, and she's alone, and her children live hours from her. Now that's a decision. That's a horrible. She's now decided she will take the chemo. She's got one son saying, well, you've got to die sometime. Maybe it's better to go with cancer rather than Parkinson's. And then the other one's 10 years younger and just had a baby and in the 30s, and I don't want to lose you yet. My child needs to see you as a grandparent. But she's now decided she will go with the chemotherapy. And when you love people, you hurt with them. When they're hurting, you hurt. And it's not really, and I'm not feeling sorry for myself, just everybody else. Anyway, that is all. Take care. Happy 2025.
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tied, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care. Now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace. But now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase, keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never